Look, man, when you look at pornography for what it is, you look at the addiction of adult film, adult content. The reason why someone is really consuming that type of content in the first place, it's because, there's a lot of reasons why someone is addicted to pornography, but there's a real reason, like root reason why they are entertaining the demon of pornography, right? All that perversion on their screen. And it's because there's something missing in their life. There's something that is empty in their soul, right? And this is something that I had to come to the realization, you know, overcoming pornography. I've had bouts of where I would, quit for weeks and weeks on end, and then I would relapse and go back to watching. And then I would do the same thing. It was like a pattern to where I would quit after a while, and then a week later, a couple weeks later, I would just relapse and keep watching, right? And you get to that point where you realize it's not fulfilling anything in your life. There is no fulfillment in being addicted to pornography, right? It's still a habit that you have to overcome. It's a force of habit, but if you really think of the reason why you're watching, two people having sex, it's because there is something empty inside of you. You're missing something in your life that's really important, that's really key. It could be companionship with a woman, connection. It could be community, like something that is bigger than yourself, right? And a lot of people use pornography for escapism, right? Escapism, to escape something that is painful for them in their life. That's like trauma based and something that has been left unchecked in their life. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trauma in someone's life that has been unchecked. And they use, something like pornography to escape from their root pain, their root trauma that was done to them when they were a child. And when something like that goes unchecked, you begin to like have this buildup of resentment, this buildup of bitterness and sadness and depression even, and all these negative feelings that's building up inside of you. And when those emotions they come to the surface in your life, they start to really break you down. The only way you know how to cope is through pornography. So you're never facing your real problems. You're never facing your actual trauma that you endured, that happened to you when you were a child. You never addressed those issues in your life. So you grew up with those things being unchecked. And it's not just pornography that people can use to cope with their shit. It's also alcohol, it's drugs, it's marijuana. You know what I'm saying? It could be a multitude of, you know, coping mechanisms, right? But pornography is such a sweet poison that it's so easy to get addicted to it because of the high dopamine rush that you're getting. Through watching pornography, You have chemically bonded with the woman that you're watching on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You chemically bonded with all those sex scenes, right? All that raunchy content. And you become so easily susceptible to that material that whenever you feel depressed, you feel stressed out, you're sad, you're lonely, that is the only thing you go to escape. And that's the thing, man. You're using that as a way to escape the real problems in your life, the trauma that you have left unchecked, that you have not yet addressed. That's the same thing with me. The trauma that I have went through when I was a child is something that was unchecked for many, many years. And I had to come to a point and sit down with myself and really check that off and really talk about that to God, confess to God of the trauma that I've endured, that I didn't have the balls to talk about when I was a little younger in my teen years. I didn't know how to really express problems or trauma that, that happened. I mean, most people don't really know how to express at that age when it happens because, life just keeps going on. Life is just a continuous, bombarded, occurring of events. You know what I'm saying? That we just get so lost and we never had the time to really sit down and really talk about our issues and really address them and come up with solutions to overcome. You know what I'm saying? So, pornography is an addiction that you're facing. It is clearly a problem in your life. You're using that as a way to escape something. Whatever it is that you're escaping from, the only way to overcome that is by facing it head on. You have to as a man, okay? Because you cannot escape your problems. You cannot navigate your entire life as a young man, growing old, escaping your problems. That's a cowardly move. At some point, you got to man up and you got to face your problems head on. You got to stop running away from your trauma. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for the background noise. That is not my music. YouTube, and I might have to mute that part out. But yeah, excuse the background noise, y'all, but that's totally out of my control right there. But like I'm saying, man, like, you have to address whatever trauma that has happened to you, the problems that you have faced in your life. You cannot use addiction. You cannot use drugs, alcohol, marijuana, or pornography forever to escape. Because you're never going to be able to learn how to really solve your problems. You can't really solve other people's problems. If you're looking to solve other people's problems, right, you have to first learn how to solve your own problems first before you can solve the world's problems, before you can start really fulfilling your purpose in this life that God has for you. You feel me? So that's all I really want to say on this topic. So with that being said, take this video and really sit down on what I said and what I addressed here, because a lot of young men are just being kicked around by the spirit of addiction, the demon of perversion, the demon of pornography, and it's really sad out here, the state that we are in. You know what I mean? Like, we got to overcome. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a solution to our problems and face them head on and not run away and use all these channels, all these toxic channels to escape. You know, can't keep on doing that, man. We gotta man up and grow up a little bit. So that being said, thank y'all for watching. Hit that like button for the algorithm. Subscribe for more content. This is the Retention Lifestyle, and I'm out. Peace.